Welcome back everyone for more Monster Train. Been on a bit of a losing streak here, so trying to redeem ourselves. So gonna stick to normal runs for now. Maybe try an expert challenge after we finally score a win. For now, let's hope for the best of luck and try to breeze through this run. Hull-horned Umbra, alright, interesting. We start with a couple welder helpers, and Tumbra Assault card I definitely like having at the start. Eliminates backline units while giving you some morsels, and Tiresome Climb can maybe be put to some good effect. And of course Shade Splitters and Torches, so decent amount of morsel generation. Hornbreaker Prince was once again, we've had him on both our previous losses, so you should just step it up there, Prince. And alright, I'm gonna check the boss and actually read it this time. Last time I made the mistake of assuming. Okay, so this is the one that lowers our strength, so good to know about. And what we got? We got summon abilities trigger an extra time, or consume deals 30 damage. Nothing too interesting to do with the consume card, so we'll take double summon abilities. We have our two welder helpers, that's 40 armor apiece, that's pretty good, and maybe we can pick up a few more or something else with an interesting ability. Don't mind that one at all. Alright, and have to once again decide if we'd rather go for a tank build or a DPS build. And I think with the Umbra I'm more interested in the DPS build. We're going to have some tanks that can feed on morsels. And the Prince can kind of hang out in the back, and without the Thorns synergy as well, Wrathful is quite as powerful. So go this direction and see what we can do. Extra attack, always a little bit scary, but we have the torches to deal with some units. We have our welder helpers giving 40 armor is just an obscene amount this early in the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Alright. And once again, we have to make a decision if we'd rather fight near the bottom and potentially let us kill the boss before the final previous wave actually reaches all the way to the pyre, with these guys hitting as hard as they do, or we can fight closer to the top and have the opportunity to use a few more torches on archers and things along the way. And I think that's the safer way to go. Gives us some time to get set up. I do want to leave room for one welder helper. We probably don't need room for both, so we can go ahead and deploy one of the stewards here, and might as well torch that and get this one's. Alright, slightly awkward hand, but we'll kill a couple units here. What do you get? You get a damage shield on Slay. So we can actually do some damage to this guy, funnily enough. We even can play one more Shade Splitter here. Okay. So you hit for 7. So yeah, lifesteal seems good. Let's do that, and then we'll just deal like 8 damage here. Seems alright. And that actually gives our champion a kill here, which is great. Just have to decide, let's see. We will draw the other welder helper before the boss comes around, so we could play this one here, and it can protect these morsels for the time being, and then also eat them and actually become a decent unit. Kinda don't hate that plan. And obviously this guy's doing alright with lifesteal for now. And you know, might as well deploy these, no reason to hold them. And we're getting a kill once again, so that's nice. Go ahead and I guess we'll torch that guy, that's pretty important. And you do 13 damage. I mean, yeah, I'll protect you. And don't care about energy too much, let's just throw that in there. doing 109 on this floor. I could probably kill by just playing the helper there, but I'll stick to the plan here. These guys can maybe get a morsel of some sort. Oh, that was actually not for the kill. Alright, well. Good job, imps, and we managed not to take any damage, so that's exciting. So we have more imps, hidden passage. Been trying to make this work the past few runs, and it really hasn't worked out for us. With the double summon ability, I might actually go for an imp here. Seems pretty strong. The rage imps are certainly easier to get to work because you can just play them in the front and they die, and that's totally fine. Though other helpers, you kind of want some synergy to where you can play this to actually buff your tank and then have a way to kill it. It's a little, less awkward than like torching it. Though we do have the Entomber assaults, so like that also makes a decent target for those. So I'm actually, yeah, I'm just gonna grab this 40 armor. It's just so much. Okay, and then we can make minor morsels, get some extra energy, or expand our floor. All decent options, I think. But again, with the Entomber assaults, I feel like we're doing okay on morsel generation. So it's really down to these two, and I mean, this is pretty good. Space Prism. Obviously don't have that many units yet, but we have these welder helpers we're going to try to fit into places. I'll take the Prism. Generally a card I like a reasonable amount. And with no extra energy, probably can't take the Demon Fiend, so we're looking at one of these other guys. Still don't like Steelworker, though the extra DPS here is definitely a little bit awkward as well. But, I mean, I'll pick it up. I like a Horned Warrior well enough. We'll just have to try and find a tank here. Probably on the Hellhorn side to take advantage of the Steel Merchant. Don't think there's any spells that would like hugely benefit from a big buff here. Getting these a little stronger would be nice, but make sure our units are strong to begin with. Alright, Battlestone, quick and health, potentially decent. Not exactly the tanks I was looking for here. How do we pick up the Rage Imp? This guy gets a little more interesting. As is, we can pick up another DPS unit in the form of Branded Warrior, who's fine, or we can pick up the Range Brute, and I mean, he has 25 health, he can be a tank for the time being, and if we find some synergies, great. If we don't, he'll kind of fall by the wayside later on, but I feel like we kind of need something, so let's grab it. And I will give a Battlestone here, and just health to you. And nobody's getting quick, that's totally fine. Let's see how this goes for us. 10 armor, and they have haste. So that makes all of our torches and Entomber assaults pretty useless. Our Prince and our Horned Warrior are going to kill them pretty well, so that part's good. What is this for unit draft? We could use another unit, probably. But I might actually not do this one. It's rare for me to skip an early one like this, but I think we just want to be able to actually use our torches and things a little bit too much. Alright. So this guy got a little bit of extra health. He can probably kind of handle being on his own. So we'll set these guys up at the top. And might as well Entomber Assault you. Have one of these and do all that. There we go. Alright. Oh yeah, of course we have the welder helpers for additional tankiness. So yeah, I think here we'll just set these guys up. And since we didn't take the trial, might as well at least try to get that. I'll expand the top floor, sure. Our imp even scoring some kills is pretty nice. Alright, we get both welder helpers here. Yeah, you know what, let's just give this guy obscene amounts of armor, why not? And then play a torch. Tumber you, torch you. We're already in pretty good shape. Torch you so we can put a morsel. How deep do I want to go with this? I think I'm just gonna keep taking them, honestly. Like I said, applying 40 armor to your unit is such a huge amount. If I can find any synergies to work with them, ways to sacrifice them or anything like that, it'll be pretty good. And like, the AoE's nice, but fan of that one. And we could pick up another Untumber Assault. Like, the plan of just play your imps and then Untumber them is not the worst, to be totally honest. Versus another Space Prism. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. Our torch is rapidly getting substantially worse here. Okay, so we got another Merchant of Steel. Can pick up a unit with it, though it is another Hellhorn unit. We really would like to pick up a nice Gorger somewhere. We just haven't seen any Umbra flags, really. So we are going to get a unit here, and we are going to get a unit from this fight. So do we want another one as well? Versus, well, like the Pyre health doesn't do much, this is really just an artifact. I'll go this way. Might do something helpful. Okay, multi-strike's a nice find there. Okay, can I make you work? The problem with the consumer, of course, is that we have to play these imps and not kill them. Which is sort of not what we're trying to do at the moment. So I think this is just going to be a skip. And then I'll pick up multi-strike on the Horned Warrior before going to the Cavern in case we can improve it further. But save the rest of the money in case maybe we find a unit here. We find a Historian. I do like Petty Theft early, that's... Oh, this only hits enemies, like that's maybe a good combo with our imps as well, but no. Still, it's a good card early on. Can help us make some cash, so let's go ahead and grab that. And then just see what we want to do here. I mean, this Brute is going to end up being a tank one way or another. If we can make some rage synergies work with him, great, but either way, he's going to tank for us, so let's just give him a bunch of health. 75 is a solid amount. Don't think I want to buff the imps in any way. Don't think I'm that interested in removal, although I am interested in it. Let's see. Next circle, we're 100% going this way, so I guess I'm not spending any money anyway. Alright, I'll get rid of a torch. Now we have 3 Untumber Assaults and a Petty Theft. These are just so much worse than any of that. And we have Daedalus with damage shields. Minorly annoying. Can't torch them down, but hopefully all of our armor will help us deal with that issue. Alright, we start with a Petty Theft. That's cool. And here, yeah, once again, I think we just set these guys up. The Horned Prince tried to do his thing. Though we could set them up higher up, maybe. Like the Horned Warrior, soften stuff up. Though he's not going to soften anything, he's just going to slaughter everything. So, I think this is okay. Petty Theft here. And then I guess we'll leave the middle floor. for our Horned Warrior if we can't get the expansion here earlier than that. Just get these guys at the top. Okay, so we could simply play the Horned Warrior here. Doesn't leave room for our imps, unfortunately, if we do it that way. So that's slightly awkward, but do I care? This guy has so much health, maybe it doesn't matter. But maybe it's better to just go ahead and play him in the middle. He'll just barely survive is the problem. But maybe I can get a good morsel or something for him. Let's start with here and see what we get. Okay, we get an 05. Yes, that'll work. Deploy him, put this in front, and that should eat up all the damage we need to. Still gonna expand this floor and then get some morsels going. Might as well prevent damage with this one. Alright, we draw 2 welder helpers. I mean, I guess I'm happy with just playing one in the very front here, and it's totally fine. And then same here. And that should pretty much set us up for as long as we need. Dealing 40. This man, our Hornbreaker Prince not doing a very good job, but not much we can do about it. Alright, we draw another welder helper. And honestly, this floor is doing more damage, so let's stack him here. Torch you for sure. Our champion finally gonna get 1 kill, that's nice. Looks like this isn't dying. Don't think we can fix that, unfortunately, so oh well. And this kills. So do have to consider what reward we're going to want from this boss. Space is sort of interesting given that we have all these imps floating around and we're getting a bunch of morsels as well. I guess we can see what unit we get first. Double Rage, not really doing much. Imp Blade at 60 damage is okay, and we might pick up another Imp or 2 along the way. I think this is close, like good enough. 1 damage deal 60 is fine. Alright, we have more Hellhorde units, man. So we've made 1 tank out of a unit that's not necessarily meant to be a tank. So it's kind of 1 floor. I think I am going to pick up space here, look at the setup. 1 floor that's like maybe these 3 units, and then 1 floor that's the Umbra unit we're going to pick up that's hopefully a Gorger of some sort. If it's not, that's going to mess with our plans a bit. And then probably the other Horned Warrior, and then just throw some morsels at it. Seems reasonable. We could take a Rail Beater as a tank as well and try to go for a more traditional 3-floor setup, but we don't really have the units for that either. I mean, we could duplicate the Multi-Striker at some point here. In fact, there's a Hellvent where we're going. So maybe picking up a Horned Warrior doesn't make a ton of sense, since we can just duplicate the better one. So then if we don't pick up space, we would be looking at like Prince plus a tank. Horned Warrior plus a tank, and the other Horned Warrior plus another tank. But even then, space might be good, so we can fit the imps and fit our morsels as well. I actually don't hate that, but I think so. Then this would be a rail beater, I guess. So we have another tank. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Alright, and let's see what we have here. Okay, well, we do have our option of two Gorgers. Both have some slight problems. The Shadow Eater, of course, needs a constant stream to be any good, but then it is a decent way to clear out weaker units on the bottom. And it takes up 3 slots, which isn't ideal, versus the Alloyed Construct. Not the tankiest unit, you'll see, for sure, but it is quite powerful if you can get it rolling, so... We have to figure out how scary support units are, basically. We have a couple of decent ways to deal with them. We'll need to look to improve these Encumber Assaults and the Petty Theft, but they can get there. We also have the Rail Beater. We can try to set him up maybe on the bottom with the Prince, push something back, get the Prince's Light Trigger, pretty good. And then we can have the Allied Construct kind of sitting at the top. He'll get some extra armor from our imps some amount of time. Yeah, and just the fact that he doesn't take up 3 spaces is also useful, even though he picked up the extra space. Though, I don't know, the Shadow Eater is somewhat tempting. Like, you just put this on the bottom, you have to throw a morsel there every turn, and then you can still fit a unit behind. It's really not bad. Yeah, just really thinking about this one here. The robot certainly ends up being quite a bit stronger later as well. Let's see, we have a Merchant of Steel here, which we'll probably want to go to, because we need to improve the Rail Beater and then the other tank. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Construct, but I do actually think it's quite close. Grab an upgrade for a champion. We don't have any synergies going with the multi-strike at the moment. We don't have any like rage or anything, though we would like some with the range brute, of course. But I think I'll just make it easier for him to get slate triggers for the time being. And then again, duplicate our Horned Warrior as an additional DPS. And at this point, we'd start removing the stewards. There's no room for them. Alright, so interesting setup we have going. We'll see how well it plays out. Spell Shield. This is mostly the bigger guys. Obviously, Spell Shield a problem for our Encumber Assaults, but I think we can handle it. We're getting, what, 150 coins? It's got to be worth it. We have 67 health as well. That's pretty safe. Okay, we draw these two. Yeah, the exact arrangement of our units might just end up depending on how we draw them more than how we play or plan to do things. So I'm gonna go with just these guys on the bottom for now. Start rolling on these slate triggers. And unfortunately, these cards not doing much. We may as well strip these 2 spell shields. Alright, and slightly problematic here with drawing too many units. I would like to get this collector, so I might play these 2 and then skip out on the construct for now. We should be able to win this fight without it, hopefully. Yeah, I think that's okay. just have to figure out where I'd like to get armor, and we might as well give it to this guy. Now we draw Petty Theft. Unfortunately, we can't hit an enemy or our own unit with it, so that's not really going to do much. Since we can get the robot going, I might just extend this bottom floor and get the Horned Warrior here. I think that makes sense. Still leaves us room for other stuff. And lets us get all these kills right away, which is good. And then Shade Splitter's not too relevant where it goes. Alright, we draw the Entumbra Assault, that's perfect. And throw that here. I guess we'll give this guy armor and give these guys some more souls. Seems fine. And this stuff doesn't matter really. Kind of wrecking it here. And we draw a bunch more welders. Do that. Some of this. Don't think it'll matter much. And we win. Okay, I don't mind impressive. Again, we are looking to have a nice way to get rid of these for an additional effect rather than having to sacrifice them to Entumbra Assault. So that's not too bad. March of Shields, fine. Battering Ram, though, actually looks kind of insane here. Again, with the imps. This can deal so much damage. So that might be even better than impressive. This does eventually run out of fuel, and then it's a little bit awkward. So yeah, I think this might be a run for battering. Let's give it a go. Okay, Cannibalize is another good way to sacrifice our units for profit. So I think I'll pick that one up. Engine upgrade also not too bad, but I like this. Alright, we get a Magic Merchant remove in Caverns that looks pretty good. Trinket Merchant, also not bad. We have a lot of cash, so we could make some good use out of that. But I like the remove for our remaining stewards. They're not particularly helpful at the moment. And yeah, the Cave Vent might do something. We can buff up our spells that we care about as well. So let's go ahead and head this way. Certainly getting rid of these guys. And let's take a look. Permafrost. Could be fine on Battering Ram, maybe, but not super exciting. Magic Power and Consume, certainly good on a Torch. And cost reduction, probably just going on the Battering Ram. Yeah, we probably won't get rid of all the torches, so I don't mind powering one of them up. Let's do a reroll. Okay, Holdover is definitely interesting. What else do we get? Consume and cost. Holdover and Petty Theft obviously can make you quite rich, so I don't hate that one. Holdover and Tiresome Climb is interesting as just a way to apply lots of days. Holdover and Battering Ram could be a lot of damage, but I think it's a little too expensive for what we have right now, so I don't think that's it. I don't think it's Cannibalize either. That's another potential option. So to me, it's between Petty Theft and Tiresome Climb. Those are the two that make sense. I'm gonna look at the cave before deciding, see if that changed my mind in any way. Maybe we pick up an even better spell. Okay. Yeah, we have a lot of money. Let's throw some at it. Cleansing water? Okay. Not great, but, you know, definitely worth the, what, 75 gold we paid for it. Alright, so... the question is, when is another magic shop coming up? I'm going to Steel Merchant here, probably, anyway. I I guess there's another one right after, so I could save it for that one, but... 'cause if I go this way, I'll have to duplicate. What am I duplicating? An imp? Maybe. They're kind of a big part of our strategy right now, it's funny. So I could hit the magic shop again and then go to the Merchant of Steel after, because we don't actually need that much there, right? 1, 2... I guess we need 4 upgrades. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I don't think I can wait that long. So the reason I'm thinking about that is if we were going to another magic shop shortly after, then Petty Theft becomes a better holdover because we can try to also do it magic power, which is kind of a big deal, going from 2 to 12. So I think I'll skip out on the awesome cash and go for the tiresome climb holdover here. And this I might actually skip. I would really like to just remove a lot of these torches rather than giving them consume. We're running out of other stuff to remove, so that seems good to me. Hold on to the cash, of course. Enemies on each floor. We have 67 health. We have some damage cards, but not AoE, so these guys are probably going to get through. But, you know, I think I'm okay with it. We just have enough health that we can afford to take this. We have a sweep unit here, which is a little bit unfortunate as our champion is quite weak to it. These guys have 14s, they should survive, but the champion's going to have some problems. Alright, let's see what we can do. So, no reason to play battery ram, of course, so we're going to torch this guy, and then just have to decide how we want to arrange stuff. And the prince might just have to sit this one out. Again, he'll just die to the sweep, so there's not a lot of point having him out there. So we'll just throw these guys down. And, well, I mean, I could play him just to get the kill here, and then if he dies later, maybe. Leaves us room for other stuff. And maybe we can save him with some tiresome climbing stuff. So I guess I'll do it. See how it goes. So what do we have left? We have the robot, the horned warrior. Okay. So obviously you want to do this, and certainly want to go ahead and extend this. Play a morsel. And let's see, do I want to play Impalate? We're doing 80 with you. So if I get you to 45, that would mean our champion no longer gets a kill, so I don't want to do that. And I don't want to kill one of these either, as that'll increase the damage, so I guess we'll just shoot that off. So there's the other sweeper. We didn't find a way to deal with him, so that means our champion's dead. Not much we can do. So just go ahead and continue with our life here. I guess the nice part is we can play this imp and get it killed. It seems okay to me. Let's see. I guess I could assault the champion here just to deny this thing one slay trigger and give us some morsels to play up above, maybe? Sure. It's not like he's doing anything. And this morsel can actually survive, so we can play one down here and then just get a lifesteal going there. We got our robot going. If I want to play that. And just play Petty Theft. Yeah, we definitely need to pick up energy from the next boss fight. having trouble deploying our hands of cards here. Okay, got a bunch more Entumber Assaults. Unfortunately, the Sweeper's on top, so we can't give this fuel realistically. Let's go ahead and just pump you up some more. Like, I guess I may as well do that instead of killing our own unit first. And then you're at 4 again, so yeah, we can play one of these and kill you. These are all too squishy, so let's just toss them down here, I think. Sure, that'll work. Okay, took a bit of damage there. Oh, we actually kill here, and that's kind of insane. Alright. Nice stuff. Took a lot of damage, but... so far, the plan to buff up our tanks with imps is kind of working out. And there's an Alloy of Ancients. Certainly another piece to go with our armor plan. I don't hate it. Rage Serum. We do have that little bit of Rage synergy, but this is just too weak and important work. Again, we're going to run out of targets, and we have a couple of ways to deal with our imps now, so I'll take the Alloy here. This is interesting. Cave-in can always be a nice one. Kind of stack your floor up, but we kind of have a decent plan going with our floors being separate for the time being. Void Binding can buy you some time on the boss phase, but I think Gem Trove is kind of interesting, though. I guess we can't actually afford it, huh? That makes it substantially worse. Alright, so I think it's a skip then. Void Binding, not quite what I'm looking for. I don't think Ember Drain 3 is a little too much. Alright, and we were going to go this way. You also get a free relic out of this, which is cool. Magic Power or Armor for Pyre. The Magic Power actually relevant here. Changing these to 6 means it opens up a lot of options for what they can kill, and this to 5 as well. So I might go with that one. I do like the armor, but I think this will actually power up our spells just enough. Okay, we get a large stone. That's not bad. With the extra space, the Rail Beater can afford to be a little bit bigger, I think. Or the Allied Construct, really. Though, this one I want to make sure to save room for lots of morsels, so maybe that's not the one to go large on. Yeah, I think I'll make the Rail Beater large. And +5, +10. Good on either of them, really. Damage shield, let's see. I think I'll do a damage shield here, helps it while it's getting set up, and then hopefully it'll grow with the morsels a bit, though. Really this thing needs health, huh? Yeah, that's not gonna do quite as well. I mean, it does have multi-strike. I guess I'll do this. Leave one open on each one. We'll see what we get. Okay, we get an extra multi-strike and some more health. So the health is definitely good in either of them. Multi-strike and Rail Beater is a little bit weird with the pushback. Certainly better on the construct, but again, I'm a little worried about it dying. But I might go all in here and just go ahead and give it an extra multi-strike. And just give a bunch of health with this. It should be hanging out way at the top where it won't be taking that much damage, so reasonably happy with that. And then it's just a question if we want to remove some more cards. We're not going here next turn, we're going to the Unstable Vortex. So it's not like we need money, but we also have a remove coming up. So what are we looking to remove? Obviously the torches, even though they've gotten better just now, they're still bad. So that's 3 removes right there that I want to do. And the Shade Splitters could go, probably. We have the Entumber Assaults to do that for us. So yeah, I'll spend the 90 here, I think, to remove one of these torches. Save the rest and go face Wing, or Fell. Adding Scourge cards, not great, and we're already running into energy issues, but hopefully we can handle it. Alright, and I was afraid this would happen at some point where we draw, you know, a non-tank first. Certainly was bound to come up someday, but we'll make it work. Definitely looking to torch one of these, and then figure it out from there. We could not play anything on the bottom floor, I guess, for the time being. We don't really have to. We can just set up a Horned Warrior there later. Yeah, that's actually fine. So I'm gonna go Prince here, Horned Warrior up here, and then I just have to decide if I'd rather get rid of this Ultimate Penance or maybe torch the Absolver so I don't get a new one. I think that's better. 5 damage is a lot, but this means we don't get a new one to deal with. And that also lets us play the Shade Splitter, which is something. Okay, we get a couple of different tanks here, and we don't get anything added, which is great. Let's see. Don't know how much it matters which one ends up where here. I guess I don't want to kill this statue with the tanks. I'll give this the weaker tank DPS-wise. And then put the Rail Beater down here. And certainly looking to petty theft. And I think once again I'm just going to focus on the Absolvers rather than trying to take this guy out, though that may end up costing us down the line here. But yeah, I don't want to have too many turns like this, since we do have to continue deploying our units, unfortunately. Let's see, we haven't skipped any units, and there's no more left, right? So there's one more Horned Warrior as well, okay. I do have to get this guy going, I think, and probably just play the wait. Alright, not getting a new one is good. So definitely deploy this, and I think we just want to get some fuel going. Lifesteal's a good one. Wow, that's not great. Okay, this whole floor is dying. I like that. I'm going to play one of these assaults. It's probably going to, again, be on this guy. I do want to make sure you continue to have fuel and give you extra attack, I guess. More of these. As long as we can supply fuel to our top floor, I don't think we're gonna leak any units. That part's good. Oh, we get a rare turn where we don't have to spend anything on these awful cards, so that's really good. We'll Encumber Assault you. And play Shade Splitter as well, and I think expand the top floor so we can start stacking multiple morsels up here. Let's see, you're doing more damage, so I'll give you the extra armor, and I'll give you the extra attack, sure. This, nothing to sacrifice, unfortunately, so we'll just Shade Splitter, try to keep the fuel going. Yeah, and I think once we're not running into so many energy issues, this will work out pretty nicely. Obviously not doing much here, that's fine. think I'll go ahead and turn that one into 2. Just get 2 attacking ones. I think just try to, again, make sure the top floor is doing something. Hopefully we redraw our imps soon. Our champion hitting quite hard, but we need to buy him some time. Alright, this will certainly help us do that. I will play this, I think, top, well, shit, I don't know, the top floor might not be able to do it, but too late now. We only have 2 fuel is part of the issue here, and we didn't draw any way to create morsels, so... Well, we're gonna stack a lot of armor on this and hope the guy in the back can finish it off for us. Okay, that kills. Perfect. So barely getting there, but again, we didn't manage to get our plan off the ground because of the lack of energy and the fact that we were getting Scourge cards, so... Okay, I mean, it's hard to say no to Transcend Imp. If we can hold it until later in the fight, it's going to add just an obscene amount of armor somewhere. So, gotta grab that one, and then again, pick up energy. And head over this way. Let's see. And at this point, I might look to get multi-strike. Our champion's already going to get pretty out of control anyway. And this means he can sometimes kill multiple units in a round, plus it gives him that starting armor to deal with sweep a little bit better, which is really nice. And our removal is going to continue to be torches, I think. We have enough stuff to hit backline units. And we just have to figure out what we want to duplicate, and honestly the Transcendent isn't bad. Just having the ability to add potentially 160 armor, that's an obscene number, so I'm going to duplicate it. We might even head for a Steel Merchant at the end here and see if we can give that thing endless. That would probably solve a lot of problems for us. Alright, 20 armor, and we have these scary guys coming in. We have a lot of money already, and I want to be able to kill these guys with their spells, so I'm going to say no to this. Alright, once again, we don't hit a tank, but it's alright. We'll have to make do here. Play our DPS. Play a couple of Shade Splitters. Looks like just energy, not too good. And I have to decide if I'd like to play this or not. And you know, it might just save us on the next turn, so let's do it. Not great, honestly. Though, if I play the Rail Beater here, I think this then kills the front unit, which is nice. That means Impalade can kill the second one, and all of a sudden we're in substantially better shape. This doesn't matter, so it might as well eat a hit. And I think I'll expand this floor. The robot's going to want extra space when it gets up there. Do draw the robot. Probably have to skip the imp for now. Need to get this guy going. And I mean, this guy's gonna take a lot of damage, but I think it's fine. 50 is quite a lot. Let's go ahead and Untambra on the bottom, maybe. These guys taking a lot too, but we have a little more time to help him out. And then I'll just feed these to our robot. How's this doing? Well, we're at least killing, though we are taking 30 damage out of our 36 health. But we drew some decent cards here. We get to eliminate another threat. We get to start using Tiresome Climb to get effect. Let's see, so I get to play everything except one card. Okay. I think playing Climb makes a lot of sense. It lets us eliminate one of these, and this is the holdover card we want anyway, so this will just eliminate so much damage. Definitely want to start there. I would like to get this DPS down, so I guess I'll do that as well. Okay, currently we're dying really badly here, which is not great, so let's Entumbra Assault. And then just play an imp in the front. It can go ahead and eat a lot of damage for us and continue fueling the robot. Okay, Transcend Imp. Not ultimately doing that much at the moment, but we'll probably still play him as just a regular imp. That's okay. Let's see, we have... Once again, we're one energy short effectively, so we'll probably be skipping the Shade Splitter since we have to cannibalize here. So we do get to torch something. So I guess we'll torch here. Then Tiresome Climb here. That all looks good. Then I get to just play an imp to give something armor. Let's make sure our champion is in good shape. Then immediately cannibalize the imp. There we go. Pretty reasonable turn, I think. Alright, Petty Theft, not quite doing what we want. Didn't draw it at the right time. Certainly play a Shade Splitter. And go ahead and send you. And this just doesn't do anything. Alright, well here we get to apply quite a bit of armor. Let's just have to figure out what we want to do where. I think I'll play the small ones down here and then try to play the big one on our Rail Beater. That seems reasonable to me. And then yeah, play this one just here. Put us at 160 armor. Again, climb one of these guys out. Didn't buy as much as I'd hoped, honestly, but it's still okay. And continue fueling you. Yeah, this guy's just hitting so hard. Okay, we got an Entumbra Assault, which I guess it's already dying anyway, but still. Helps. Or would have helped if it wasn't dying already. Alright, not too bad. Didn't end up taking any damage. This, once again, too difficult to play. Don't think I'm interested in Important Worker and Flame, so skip out on those. I could maybe be interested in Excavation Eruption. We have a little bit of extra spell power, that doesn't matter too much. We did have a little bit of trouble with the backline units there, so maybe this does something. I'll pick one up. Alright, now we have to decide if we'd rather power up our spells a little bit more, or try to maybe find Endless on Transcend Imp, which I think is worth fishing for. If we can just apply, you know, 40, 60, 80 armor on a unit, probably not every turn, but pretty close to like every other turn. That's pretty damn good. So I think I'm gonna fish for that. Our spells are in a decent spot, though it could obviously be better. So it goes so much money, which is cool. Get a large stone, okay. Let's see what we got here. Extra energy on the first turn, not bad. Consume crown, also not bad. Wing technology, not what we need. So maybe interested in these, probably not that one. It's just the imps, right? So no real reason to do any of this. So let's just reroll until we find endless. We do not, so this was a bit of a waste. But it's okay. Let's see, if we spend on this and then reroll, we're spending 280, so I have like 220 left. That's close, that's close. How good is the Consumed Crown? It's pretty good. We have these multi-strikers. And we are at the boss that reduces our strength as well. But 285, this is 215. 215 probably doesn't buy anything. I'm gonna pick this up. And then I just have to decide if I'd rather do one of these or reroll and hope we get something really, really cheap. Just wondering how useful the energy on the first turn might be. Kind of depends on our draw. This could matter, and I just don't know what the reroll will do for us. So we'll pick it up. As far as removals, it's probably Shade Splitters. Petty Theft also not doing a whole lot at this point, but I'll get rid of 2 of these. I'm fine with that. Then no reason I don't think to do any of this. So here we go. Missed on the endless there, and the trinkets were only mediocre, but let's see what we can do. See what we can do. Alright, well, the extra energy was a bit of a dud. That's okay. We at least drew a couple tanks. I like that. So I think I'll try to set up the rail beater with the champion on the bottom floor. That makes a lot of sense to me. Play our brute here. Looks like that's the smaller floor this time. It's fine. Might as well play a Shade Splitter, see what we find. Damage shield's really good. And then we just have to decide if we'd rather prevent 15 pyre damage or a bunch of damage to the rail beater. This is currently getting us a kill on the champion, which I really like, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this and give you the damage shield, I think. Alright, now we can use the extra energy, but now is not when we have it. This is dying? Oh, jeez. Alright, well, I will certainly be killing one of these. Yeah, that makes us not die, which is good. So I need to get this guy going, I think. And rather than deploy the warrior, I might just use a tiresome climb here. Yeah, start holding this over. Seems pretty good. Give you both of these. Okay, we haven't played any imps yet. Right, so still this is pretty decent. We can afford our whole hand, which is good. So I'm gonna play the warrior here. The middle floor might be dying, so I don't want to commit it down there. Let's see. I do nothing here, this deals 30 damage to the pyre. That sucks. This floor is mostly okay. So it's either let the pyre take 30 damage or try to like save down here somehow. How much are you dealing? 71. If I just play an imp, that's 41 health. So 11. So the first two kill it. Man. I kind of want to let this circle back around is the problem. So I think I'll just play this down here for now. I'll let this take another 30, which is obviously bad. And then certainly play this. I think it's just on one of these guys. We let our pyre take 30 for the time being, sucks, but... Our robot and the other guy should start picking up some slack soon. Okay, that didn't help. Alright, well... We get to play our whole hand. You're dying, so once I save you, if I can do that, this floor should start looking a whole lot better. And you won't die if I deal with this guy. So I'll start here, now that you're not doing any damage, so... I'll start here. Okay, which almost kills this floor. Oh boy, okay. Wouldn't mind extending this, potentially. Though here would be good too. Alright, let's just think this one out. I think we entomb wrestle this. That saves us, and then we can climb you. Okay. And now we're only taking 10 damage here and 20 here, that's not so bad. I have to decide where to play the prism. Yeah, I'll extend down here. Then I'll sacrifice the worst of these morsels. No, that was not the right floor to do it on, let me tell you. Okay, so we have a bunch of attack, damage shield, and lifesteal. Well, the lifesteal looks good on this guy. So let's give him lifesteal and just attack. And then we'll get a damage shield on this unit. I should probably put one of those in the front, or maybe even both, actually, but... I'll put one in the front here, even though that gives him another trigger. Okay, battering ram, not doing a whole lot at the moment. But we have another petty theft, so eliminate you. And then the climb, of course. So I have to figure out what we want to climb out of here. This does 43 damage. It's not a whole heck of a lot, so probably just go ahead and let this guy continue to have fuel. Champion's hitting for 128 times 2. That's a lot of damage. These guys. I think it has to be this. Really gonna need our imps to step it up here soon. Okay, and they've arrived. That is good. So, climb as well. Okay, you're not dying, so I probably have to climb you. Okay. So I think we're going to try to maximize armor down here. So let's play a welder helper first. Gets a bunch of armor. Then we play one up here, and this one has to go like that. And then we can play a second one, or one of these Transcendums down here, giving us quite a bit to work with. And of course, Shade Splitter. And we can take this 15, but I think at this point I'd rather not. Yeah, and as expected, the middle floor is just kind of falling apart. It's fine. Okay, how are we doing here? Not the best. Probably try an eruption here. Hope to kill some of these guys. Oh, that's really nice. Okay. So we got a bunch of energy back, and this floor is now fine. That's really good. So, unfortunately, can't get rid of this Transcendum right now. So, we'll probably just look to apply more armor up at the top to that guy, and additional armor here. Don't think there's any reason to save this floor. It's just not going to accomplish anything. And what do we climb here? Honestly, might do it on the boss just for the extra days on the next phase. Kind of putting all our hopes and dreams on this bottom floor right now. Our champion is hitting quite hard. Okay. Didn't unfortunately get our other Transcendent. So that's a little bit unfortunate. We do get to kill this at the very least, which is pretty good. How are we doing here? I have to kill one of my imps probably so I can keep giving this fuel. We'll give you damage shield. Well, yeah, there's no reason to play Shade Splitter, that just does nothing, so may as well play this guy with a bunch of morsels, and then this guy can hit the pyre and we'll be okay, so I don't have to worry about the climb there. So I may climb this guy out just to maximize our damage and worry about the upstream problems down the line. But this isn't quite what we wanted to see, unfortunately. We'll have to hope the top floor can do a bit better. In the meantime, let's just give this guy a bunch of morsels to eat. See if you can get a hit or two on the boss. There's our Transcendent. Certainly a fan of that. This door's just not doing anything right now, but that's okay. Let's cannibalize you. Then just play a new Transcendent. Still, problem is this isn't going to do very much because it's going to run out of fuel almost immediately. But I don't think we can really help that, unfortunately. Let's just go ahead and give it some attack. And may as well get you out of here. That'll let us kill this, not taking damage. I don't know, maybe we can get a hit if we do this. Doing 800, huh? Well, we can maybe make that a little bit better. 1,000? Oh, we did it. Okay, that was a close one, but you know, finally won with the Prince, though he didn't get the kill here. Interesting, yeah, interesting little play with the summon abilities and the two Transcend Imps. Ended up kind of paying off in the end, giving us quite a bit of armor. Obviously our floors didn't shake out exactly how we hoped, but... But, you know, after a bit of a dry spell, I'll definitely take a win. It was a fun run. I don't often play around with imps outside of the imp queen, so cool to have a run where we're relying on armor from the imps and getting a rail beater going. Also, you know, typically use a lot, so it was a lot of fun. And we finally scored a win, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.